Dress for success. When you look good, you feel good. We've all heard it before, but how true is it really? Does it really matter the clothes you wear? Or does it not really matter that much? Well, if you're a fan of the TV shows Mad Men or Suits just like I am, then you know the way Don Draper or Harvey Specter presents themselves to the world means a lot when they're closing multi-million-dollar clients. And if you want to succeed in business and in life in general, you have to give the world a proper expectation of who you are, and that starts with the way you dress. So in this video, I'm gonna give you a full entire masterclass on how to dress like the modern day Don Draper. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Brian Moncada. I'm the founder of Adspend.com, the most sought after advertising agency in the entire info marketing industry. But 5 years ago, well, over 5 years ago now, when I was in college at Arizona State University, I remember watching the very first episode of the TV show Mad Men, where Don Draper pulled out a dresser drawer revealing a stack of 5 neatly pressed button-down collared shirts, where he then changed out mid-meeting and poured himself a glass of whiskey. And it was at that moment that I thought to myself, who is that guy? What does he do? And how can I become just like him? And what I discovered was it was the way he dressed. Because unlike the modern times today, where we're all dressing casually for comfortability, back then in the 50s, they dressed like professionals. They dressed like they actually cared about the way they looked. They wore suits, they wore ties, they wore overcoats, they wore accessories that complemented their wardrobe. And nowadays, nobody really cares about that. But you and I, you see, we're different, because you're here watching this video and you want to learn how to dress like the modern day Don Draper. So let's get into exactly what Don would wear in today's day and age. So here are the key pieces you need in your wardrobe. We call this the admin attire. First, it starts with a tailored suit. Everything started with Don Draper wearing a suit every single day when he showed up to Sterling Cooper, his advertising agency, as a creative director. He wore a gray suit, he wore a navy blue suit, and he even wore some off-the-cuff, different colorway suits that complemented for a barbecue or even a night out on the town or even a party at his local friend's house or apartment in Manhattan, New York. And so what you need first and foremost is a navy blue suit, a gray suit, and, in my opinion, a tuxedo to go along for those special occasions such as maybe New Year's Eve one day in the future. Once you get a navy blue suit and a gray suit, you want to make sure it's tailored to your fit exactly, with a little bit of wiggle room in case you decide to bulk up or even lean down to show off the muscles in the summer. That way, as you grow your body or shrink down for your size, it still fits you no matter what size and shape you have. But you want to make sure you get it tailored. Navy blue, black tux, and a gray suit are the key pieces for your admin attire wardrobe. Now, once you have your tailored suit, the next thing you need is collared shirts, dress shirts, okay? And the two colors that I always recommend every admin buys and adds to their wardrobe are white button-down collared shirts, as well as blue, light blue button-down collared shirts. These two shirts are very versatile. White goes with pretty much anything you can imagine wearing, with every suit color you can possibly want, and blue is a good complement and really brings out your skin tone, especially if you're someone who's, more Hispanic like myself, right? You really want to complement that skin tone and make it really come to life. So blue's a good change up. Blue and light blue are the best ones for you, in my personal opinion, and are essentials. So look, obviously there are going to be times where you don't want to be so professional, right? Maybe it's the weekend, you're at a barbecue, you're hanging out with your friends. This is where the polo shirt is essential. You want to get a few different polo shirts for your wardrobe, such as white, green, and again, navy blue. You can see the aesthetic here, the color palette is very, very minimalistic, very simple. These colors match with pretty much any skin tone and any occasion because they're very interchangeable. White goes with blue, blue goes with green, green goes with white. You get the point, right? But polos are a good casual look that can also be dressed professionally with the right pants. When you buy pants, you wanna make sure obviously you have your suit pants that already come with your tailored suits that we already talked about, but you also wanna buy trousers that come in navy blue, black, and gray. These can be different materials like, wool, or for example, cotton, or even linen, but when it comes to professional styles like Don Draper, the modern day Don Draper in today's time, you wanna get wool and you wanna get cotton. For me personally, the pants that I'm wearing right now, they are 100% wool, which means they're breathable. So in case you live in Arizona where it's 120 degrees like it is for us, basically 5 months out of the year, you're not sweating your ass off, you're still able to breathe and move around, especially when you're like us and you like to lift weights and really tap into your health. This is good material that stretches with you and allows you to breathe. So pants, trousers, make sure they're navy blue, make sure they're black, make sure they're gray, they'll match with the rest of your wardrobe. So you have the suits, you have the button-down collared shirts, you have the slacks, and now you look like pretty much everybody else. How do you change that? How do you stand out? How do you make noise with your specific style of taste? This is where the accessories come into play for your wardrobe. In every admin attire's wardrobe, we recommend having 3 key essentials. Now, of course, you need ties, you need pocket squares. Those are key, especially if you wanna, wear the same suit every week after week after week, but make it look different with a different colored tie, or even a different colored pocket square. You wanna make sure you get a variety of ties and pocket squares. One of my pocket squares, which I'll show you in a second, has a lion or a tiger on them that makes it really stand out at different occasions. But besides ties and pocket squares, you also wanna have a nice timepiece. Me, for example, this was a dream of mine to buy this Rolex specifically, but every admin needs a nice timepiece. Now, of course, whatever your style is, right? So for example, some people like to wear an Apple Watch, which I think really does work depending on how you want to live your life. Apple Watches can also tell you your health and all this stuff as well. For me, personally, I prefer a little bit more of a leather band or something classy, something that is timeless, which is why it's a timepiece. Rolex is a good brand to buy if you can afford it, but if you can't, and you're not Don Draper just yet, then I would really recommend going to Fossil. Fossil has a lot of good accessories. One of my first and still favorite watches to this day is a Fossil watch with a leather strap. Brown matches with every single piece in your wardrobe that you can rotate time and time again, and plus get an open face dial that really shows you the mechanics of the watch. This one will really stand out. I still wear that one to this day. Highly recommend Fossil if you're just starting out in your admin attire budget. Now the third thing is going to be your belts. So for me personally, when I'm dressed like this, when I have trousers and a button-down collared shirt, I don't really wear too much belts. I actually like to look like I don't have anything cutting off my shirt from my pants. It looks more aesthetic to me. But when you're wearing a suit, having a belt underneath, brown or black, with a gold or silver actual frame can be really good in making your accent come to life. You can pair it with your tie and make sure it matches your pocket square as well. Again, you wanna add your personality here. Get ties and pocket squares that make you look and feel good, that really tailor to your unique style and interests. And number 2, make sure you get a timepiece and make it timeless. Go for classic, not flashy. Get something that will last and give you compliments, not some bust down watch that looks good in Miami, but nowhere else that everyone's gonna be like, what the hell is that, right? Number 3 is gonna be the belts. Black and brown match with anything, and again, go to your unique style. Don't get something flashy like a Gucci. It's not really Don Draper style. You wouldn't catch Don Draper wearing a Gucci brown belt in his wardrobe showing up to his advertising agency, so I don't think you should either. Keep it simple, but keep it professional, and more importantly, keep it classy. Now, you have the essentials. You have everything you need to get in your wardrobe to dress like the modern day Don Draper. But the question is, Brian, where do I shop? Where would Don Draper shop to get his clothes today? I got the answer for you. It's actually 3 key companies. Number 1 is going to be Suit Supply. For me, Suit Supply is one of the best places to get suits because number 1, they're affordable. Number 2, they're made out of really good quality material. And number 3, they're versatile. It's made for the modern day marketer, the modern day Don Draper, because it's classy and up to date to today's times. You're not wearing those boxy suits that were good in the 50s, but would make you look like you're skinny as a twig in today's time. So go to your nearest Suit Supply and get fitted for a tailored suit in navy blue, black, or gray. Now, when it comes to your actual casual wear, like the polos we mentioned, I prefer Polo Ralph Lauren. It's one of my favorite brands. Pretty much everything that I buy in my wardrobe is from Polo because Polo is one of the classiest brands that I personally believe Don Draper would rock in today's day and age. But of course, he didn't in the TV show because they would have had to pay Polo a fat check. But today, you should wear Polo because it represents class, represents elegance, and ultimately, it's timeless, just like the timepiece we recommended you get as well. Polo Ralph Lauren will complete your wardrobe with polos, with slacks, and it's made out of good material as well. I shop at Polo, there's one down the street from me. When you walk into Polo department store, you will just feel rich. You will feel like you're an ad man. And number 3, Zara. Now this one may sound kind of counterintuitive, but Zara is actually a really amazing place to shop because the quality of material they have is really good and it's very, very affordable, all right? You can find dress pants there, you can find ties, you can find really amazing professional wear like suits, jackets, blazers, anything that you need is found at Zara. You have to make sure you look at the actual ingredients of your clothes though. I call them ingredients, but it's the actual label of the material that they are made out of. Because if it says anything like elastane, polyester, or synthetic materials, you just want to avoid that. Look for wool, look for cotton, look for linen, look for silk, look for hemp. Those are the 5 materials you really want to keep your eye on and look at the tags of everything. Because again, we're not just dressing for the part here, right? We're not just dressing for success. We're also dressing for the modern day Don Draper. And Don Draper in today's day and age, knowing that he's wearing polyester back then, wouldn't make much sense because we know polyester causes a lot of skin disease, a lot of rashes, a lot of mental fog. You're basically wearing plastic on your skin all day long. That's seeping into your bloodstream. It's causing you to lose testosterone if you're a man. Don D wouldn't take that for an answer in today's time. So make sure you look at your ingredients, make sure you look at the label of your clothing, and make sure you buy cotton, linen, hemp, silk, or wool. Those are the places to buy. Suit Supply, Polo Ralph Lauren, Purple Label. If you're someone who's as aesthetic as myself, every ad man needs a Purple Label in their collection. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's timeless. And number 3, Zara. Talk is cheap. So let's actually show you what the wardrobe that I have actually looks like. So we told you what you need to wear, but let me show you exactly what I wear on a daily basis. First, we have the casuals right here, the classic cotton shirts from Good Life that I wear pretty much every weekend. I got a white, I got a green. Then we go into polos right here. These are from Zara, like I talked about, the brands that we're talking about. These are simple, these are casual, these are more importantly versatile because of the color palette that I'm using. Green, white, beige, and we have polos from Polo Ralph Lauren. We got white, we got green, we got blue, we got black, and then we're getting into the long sleeves, the Oxfords, okay? I love a nice polo purple label. This is one of my favorite pieces that will last me for the next 5 years. It fits like a glove, and more importantly, I dry clean this bad boy and it's brand new. So Purple Label, I am a sucker for Purple Label. We got Oxfords, like I said. This is what I wear when I'm going to a dinner party or to a birthday celebration, right? It's a little bit more classy. It adds a nice touch. It makes you look like you actually care about yourself, which is the whole point, right? Then we're getting into something more a little bit unique, something that's more my style. This is something that most people wouldn't rock, but I love this one because again, from Polo, but it's an Oxford, it's nice, it feels good. And now we're getting into the professional wear. These are button down Egyptian cotton, by the way, from Suit Supply, okay? So Egyptian cotton, I'm a marketer, you guys know it, right? Maybe it just is really cotton, but it says Egyptian, and so I'm a sucker for good marketing and I bought it. But this is what I wear on a daily basis. I got 3 blues and 3 whites. You can see I'm wearing one right now in case one gets dirty. You can usually wear 1, 2, maybe 3 times a week, and then rotate to the next one. Your armpits don't get too sweaty unless you're like us here in Arizona, but you got 3 on deck in case you need to rotate them. Then we go into the suits. Got 3 suits here, just like I told you, 1 navy, 1 black, and then 1 more personality style that I'll show you in a second. But then we have the pants, okay? The pants are essential. I have 4 beige, you can tell. For beige pants specifically, they match with everything. Look at this, I'll put this right here. Everything matches. This is what's cool about beige. Beige is good. This is all 100% cotton, linen as well, got white, got gray. Then we have some hoodies and stuff, some casual stuff. Then we got the accessories. And that's pretty much it, all right? So now let's actually show you what it's like to get suited up at Suit Supply in real time. Okay, so we're at Suit Supply where we're gonna help Jeremiah learn how to dress like the modern day Don Draper. One of my favorite spots that I told you should come if you want to start dressing like the man Don D himself. And so we're gonna get him suited and booted with his admin attire. We're gonna take you exactly how to get dressed up like the modern day Don Draper.
Never felt like this. It's not a feeling that you can get anywhere at like H&M or something, you know. This is different. Just the quality feels like it's a part of me now. This feels great.
So one of the coolest parts about shopping at Suit Supply is the materials they use to make their clothes. Like I mentioned, the 5 materials you want to keep an eye on for your wardrobe with your admin attire is cotton, linen, hemp, silk, or wool. And when it comes to your shirts, specifically under your suit, you want to be able to have cotton, right? So the best part about Suit Supply is these are all basically Egyptian cotton. Like again, I'm a marketer, we're admin, right? We love to be marketed too. So it probably just regular cotton, but the fact that it says Egyptian just makes it that much more elegant, makes it that much more timeless and classy to fit your wardrobe. So when you're getting your shirts or any clothes material, remember, cotton, linen, hemp, silk, or wool. So now you have everything you need to look like Don Draper, but what you might still be missing is how to think like Don Draper, which is exactly why we put together this video that teaches you all the tools, the habits, and the routines that you need to become the next Don Draper. So click this video, and I'll see you there.